what's up, guys? Rob here. Welcome back to a brand new weekly watch. And this is October 3rd through October 7th, 80s Slasher Week. Really a fun idea, and this idea was brought up by my good buddy, Horror Fan 34 Thomas. Go check out his channel, go subscribe to him. We always come up with these fun themes. So if you guys are interested in doing any of these, please feel free to do so. Let me know even, I'd love to hear what your list is and, see what kind of movies you watch during the week. But yeah, just a fun thing we like to do. So stay tuned to the end of the video where I'm going to reveal next week's topic. All right, so let's get started. Monday, I watched Final Exam. Basically about this maniac who's stalking the school, bent on killing everybody. There was a phony terrorist attack that was staged, which was, a prank by the upperclassmen. But this movie is really good. This is the Scream Factory version. It also says Code Red on here. But yeah, not many people talk about Final Exam, so I just thought I'd watch this one. Great slasher. Tuesday, I watched Silent Rage with Chuck Norris. How can you go wrong with Chuck Norris? You just can't. Now, I just want to keep this in mind that 80s slashers does not necessarily mean horror films, okay? It can mean thrillers. It can mean anything, just as long as it's an 80s slasher. So, definitely some moments here. You basically got Chuck Norris versus a serial killer. There's some martial arts involved, but yeah, very, very good film. I would say I would put this in my top 10 favorite Chuck Norris films. That actually might be a really good topic. I think I'm going to do a video on my top 10 favorite Chuck Norris films. But this is the Mill Creek, like the VHS slipcover versions. So, really like these. Silent Rage. Wednesday, I watched Sleepaway Camp. Yes, Felissa Rose as Angela. This movie pushed the envelope. Honestly, it pushed to the limits to where you are always talking about certain scenes, like the ending. Art, who plays the perverted cook, talking about these little girls and little boys, and when he sees them, and just the stuff that comes out of his mouth is disgusting. But you would never really get away with that in movies today. Yeah, this movie really, it just really pushed the limits. It just really went that far. But yeah, really, really good movie, though. I really enjoy this one. Thursday, I watched a film by Tobe Hooper that no one really talks about, because when you think of Tobe Hooper, you think of, oh, well, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1974. But here we have The Fun House, where you have 4 teenagers who are trapped in a maze at the fun house, and they're stalked by a deformed looking like monster. And that's what I think really shines about this movie are the characters. And it's kind of like Texas Chainsaw with the crazy family, but in this case it's like just a couple people. But it's got that same vibe. I mean, Texas Chainsaw 2 took place in like an abandoned amusement park or carnival thing. So it does kind of have that feel, I would say, a little bit. But it's a fun movie. So, Funhouse, Scream Factory version. So I ended the week with an awesome movie that is considered to be a slasher, action film, and even a horror film or even thriller, I guess. And it is Cobra. Yes. Like, I mean, this movie is a slasher film because, I mean, the killer in this movie is called the Night Slasher. He kills people with this really cool looking knife that has like spikes on the knuckle part. And he stalks this woman. He tries to kill this woman in the hotel, or not the, or no, he goes to Cobra's hotel, or his apartment complex, so to say. And he sends a bunch of guys with axes and stuff, tries to kill him. And then he goes into the hospital with that knife, and he tries to kill the girl, which was played by Bridget Nielsen. I mean, yeah, just all these killers, and Stallone basically takes them all on. So, he's the cure. Crime is a disease, and he's a cure. So, awesome, awesome movie, guys. So, those are all the films that I watched during that week for 80s Slasher Week. Right here, quick recap. So, Monday, we got Final Exam. Tuesday, Silent Rage. Wednesday, Sleepaway Camp. Thursday, The Funhouse. And Friday, Cobra. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this weekly watch video. Now I'm going to talk about the new theme for next week. Now, this was brought up by Dale Stark over there at It's Dale Stark. I will put his YouTube channel in the description. Go check him out. He came up with this idea. So this is the theme for next week, and it is 90s Action Week. We already did 80s Action Week, and that was a lot of fun. So now we're going to tackle 90s Action Week. So I just want to thank Dale Stark over there at It's Dale Stark. I want to thank him for coming up with this theme. Really, really cool. Like I said, if any of you guys want to participate in this, please feel free to do so. There is no pressure. There are no rules. All you have to do is just go at your own pace. Our weekly watch is different from other weekly watches because we base ours on themes. That's what we do, just to make it more interesting. So, yeah, so stay tuned for next week, 90s Action Week. It's going to be awesome. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.